So if there will be any questions again and clarifications regarding to our discussion, okay, so please don't hesitate to raise your hand. Okay, again, gamit na lang po tayo ng raise hand button, katulad niyan, so that I can be notified if there will be questions. Kasi later on, as we will be having our discussion po, ay i-minimize na yung aking screen. Okay? So I hope yung everyone nakapag-lunch na. Okay, so that we can start na doon sa ating discussion. Okay, kindly send me any reactions that you have so that makapagsimula na po tayo. Ayan. Okay, ayan, sige. Okay. Okay, so let's start na towards dun sa ating first lesson, okay, which is about software testing. So for this PowerPoint presentation po, or for this topic, we will be first defining what is the meaning of a software testing. We will be also discussing what are the concepts before we move to the different testing types later on the discussion of the chapters. So kailangan muna alam natin ano ba yung ibig sabihin kapag sinabi natin software testing. Okay, I think this area has been practiced na. If you will remember, sabi ko po kahapon, one of the requirements, or let's say areas or part of your documentation last semester basically is you conducted a user acceptance testing. So ibig sabihin po I think and I assume that all of us here has familiarity doon sa tinatawag nating software testing. Okay, but before we move on doon sa ating lesson cover, I have here a question. Okay, so I want you to answer it based on your own understanding, based on your experience, or siguro based on your knowledge. Okay, sabi dito, what do you usually do to prove that a product is worth buying? Okay, ano daw yung kadalasan yung ginagawa para mapatunayan natin na isang product, okay, ang isang output is worth buying? Okay, anyone who wants to volunteer? So halimbawa, you want, okay, si Robby, si Godwin? Yes?
By checking po ng mga reviews, like before nyo po i-buy yung isang product, you must check po like sa internet or kung online man sa mga reviews.
Okay, thank you, God. So basically, before you actually buy it, okay, the first thing that you can do is to look for reviews, okay, video reviews. Let's say, for example, of an expert. For example, you want to buy a laptop. So probably what you can do here is to look for the reviews of the trusted sources, and you can use that as a tool para mapatunayan natin or to justify that particular product is worth buying. So another answer, let's have Vince. Kita ko si Vince.
Pag po online, siguro po, ang gagawin ko po titingin nga po na reviews. Pag po sa sa first physical store, check ko po yung kompetensya niya na item, kung alin talaga mas maganda sa kanila.
Okay. So, hinighlight ni Vince that, for example, siya ay presented sa physical store. So, basically, there will be testing that will be done. Okay. How about Zyrus? Kita ko nag-raise ng hand.
Do a research about the product po.
Okay, do a research about a product. So, basically, all of your answers are basically correct. Okay, so let's highlight first the answers of Godwin and Zyrus, which is basically they will look for a review. Okay, hahanap sila ng isang let's say detailed review of a particular product, whether that's a device, okay, wherein doon natin makikita that in order for us to arrive at a particular review, yung mga experts natin dyan, tinetest nila yung product. If you will be using, let's say, for example, video reviews, let's say, ng isang device, for example, halimbawa ng isang smartphone. So, di ba, commonly what we gonna watch or see on that video is they are actually trying the product. They will open applications, they will open camera, for example, okay? And also, I want to highlight the answer of, sino nga yung isang sumagot? bukod kay Godwin, ay kay Vince rather, is kapag nasa physical store na siya or yung nasa mismong, let's say, store na ng isang product or company, pwedeng kayo na yung mismo mag-test ng product. So ano yung point dito? Ano ba yung things na ginagawa natin para ma-prove natin na isang product is worth buying? So commonly, ang ginagawa po natin is we are testing the product. Okay, so we are doing trials. Okay, we are doing series of tests. Okay, sinusuri natin ng isang bagay before we actually brought or buy it. So, ganun po yung principles or disciplines of what we call software testing. Okay, we test the product the same way as the QA or the quality assurance are testing the systems, the software applications, the programs before they actually deploy it. Okay? So by its definition, sabi dito, software testing is a method. Again, this is a process to check whether the actual software product matches the expected requirements. Okay. So if you will be looking back at your documentations on your capstone proposal, okay, di ba we are putting functional and non-functional requirements. So those are the requirements that should be met by your product, by your system, and paano ba natin ma-achieve or masasabing na-achieve na yung requirements? Basically, you need to test it first. Okay? Next, it involves execution of a software system components using manual or automated tools to evaluate one or more properties of interest. Okay, so ibig sabihin, it's not just only you are testing the whole system but also its components. Okay, doon papasok yung different types of testings that we will be discussing all throughout the semester. Okay, so as we move to every chapters, we will be discussing ano ba yung type of testing that we can do on our systems, software, and even on our application. Okay? Third one, the purpose of software testing is to identify errors, gaps, or missing requirements in contrast to actual requirements. So basically, yun yung agenda or aim of testing. Okay, you are acknowledging that there will be a possible errors that can be encountered by your end users. So question, okay, before we move to the next definition, meron ba tayong consider na 100% complete system? Anyone? Meron ba tayong 100% complete system? Sino yung nagsasabi na, okay sir, meron po tayong, pwede pong ma-achieve yung 100% complete system. Or let's say, isang system na complete 100% working, free from bugs, walang errors. So, yan. Okay? So, kita ko yung reaction. So, send the reactions na lang. Okay? Let's say, if you believe, so send a thumbs up. If hindi, any thumbs down. Yan. So, okay. Ayan. So, who wants to justify ano yung reason kung bakit wala tayong makakonsider na 100% complete system? Anyone? Usix. Ayan. Anyone who wants, kahit sa messages na lang, in-call messages, okay, you can send your answers here. Okay, are there 100% complete system? Let's say, for example, in your capstone, halimbawa, okay, magdi-defense na, basically, okay na yon. Do you consider that as 100% complete?
No, sir. Pinag-defense. Sir, wala naman, sir. Wait lang, guys.
Wait lang po. Anyone who wants to answer? Anyone? Okay, before we move on, okay, ano lang, Again, there are no wrong answers. Okay. Yes, sino yon? Sino yung nag-raise ng hand? Again, okay, si Ryan. For example po, sir, it's like a commercial po ng mga sabon. Okay, mostly ng mga percentage nila is 99.99, which means that there's still a chance of error. Okay, great comparison na Ryan. Okay, kasi if you will notice, kahit yung mga percentages ng mga sabon and their advertisement, hindi talaga kiniklaim that there are 100% protection. Okay, how about the others? Take account the traffic kasi po, okay, di naman po malalaman sa testing yun because in reality, there would be more people that will be using the system. Okay, great insights, Margin. Okay, so let's highlight yung answer mo, which is there will be more people that will be using the system. Okay, ibig sabihin, there will be 8,000 and even siguro hundreds of, let's say, scenario sa kung paano ba gagamitin yung system natin. Okay, sabi ni Kenneth, pag sa pagkain, sir, masarap naman pero parang may kulang. So basically, tama. Ano? So, ibig sabihin po, there are no 100% complete systems. Sabi ni Jomani kanina, updates. Ibig sabihin po, okay, from time to time, okay, the technology that we have are evolving. So, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, one of your non-functional requirements is, let's say, for example, compatibility. And let's say, for example, nagkaroon tayo ng new operating system. So, basically, you need to modify your system para maging compatible on that OS. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya complete kasi hindi pa siya compatible on that OS. So, sabi ni Marjane, okay, madaming tao yung gagamit. And one of the things that we are considering in testing is creating test cases. Test cases is basically the scenario, the condition of the system. Okay, whether if ganito ba yung input natin, ano yung nangyayari? If, let's say, for example, I will be inputting a number to a text field that should accept character, ano ba yung mangyayari sa system? Okay, so yun yung mga possible test cases that we can do during our testing phase. Okay, sabi din dito, some prefer software testing definition as white box and black box testings. In simplest terms, software testing means verification of application under test or AUT. So tulad ng sabi ko, as we move forward, okay, to the chapters here in SQA, atin pong i-explore. If kaya natin, we will have on the spot demonstration of this testing. So be ready na during our, let's say for example, face-to-face classes. Okay, so maybe I can call some student at front to do or to test a particular website. Para at least it's not just on the PowerPoint, but we will be having an application. Kasi this subject po, hindi na siya yung typical na programming kasi tapos na tayo sa programming. We have taken a lot of programming subjects na. Okay, yung aim naman dito is let's test the quality of those output, ng mga output na nagagawa natin. Okay? So, bakit nga ba yan important? So, why software testing is important? Kasi pwede naman, let's say, for example, okay na yung system ko, it's working. Okay, bakit pa kailangan ko pang i-test? Ibig sabihin po, there will be an added process before you can actually deploy it to your client, for example. In the industry setup po, yan po ay another process pa. So, you need to hire mga QA natin. There will be the one who will be responsible for testing your softwares na ginawa ng mga dev. Okay? So, bakit nga ba siya important? Okay? So, sabi dito, it is important because there are many bugs or any bugs or errors in the software. It can be identified early, okay? Yun yung purpose of the software testing, early detection of defects, early detection of bugs, errors, okay? Which can be solved before the delivery of the software product. Kaya tulad ng sabi ko kanina, when you will be creating test cases, you need to think of all of the possible scenarios na pwedeng ma-encounter ng inyong client or end users. Okay? And kapag identified na siya to your test cases and nag-error yung system, okay, you encountered a bugs, a defects, so masusolusyonan yun na siya agad. Okay, so instead, let's say, for example, si end user pa yung makadiscover ng error nyo sa system, so why not before nyo ibigay that output to them, okay, hindi na nila siya may encounter. Ano? So, properly tested software product ensures, ito yung mga non-functional requirements, reliability. So, kailangan yung ating system or output product is reliable. It has strengthened security, which is basically one of the most important non-functional requirements. And high performance, which further results in time saving, cost effectiveness, and customer satisfaction. So we have three aims for in this software testing. First is time saving. Okay, so identifying the errors, okay, will let's say for example save the time in terms of its development. Cost effectiveness, okay, bakit magiging cost effective? Kasi instead of, let's say for example, dealing with let's say complex errors, okay, so nasusolusyonan na natin siya agad. And customer satisfaction, which is the user acceptance. Okay? Any questions? Anyone? Andyan pa ba kayo? Kindly send me any reactions. Ayan. Sige. So since it was also answered na kung bakit kailangan natin ng software testing, because we need to save time, we need to save cost of the development, and basically for customer satisfaction, okay, these are also one of the reason why there is a need of testing. Okay, bakit ba kailangan pa din nating mag-test? Again, software bugs can be expensive or even dangerous. Software bugs, okay, can potentially cost monetary, okay? Take note, ano is simple bug, hindi siya simple, a single bug. Ano if hindi siya na, let's say, test or na overview or na bypass during testing can result in monetary loss and even loss, human loss. Okay. Any question? Anyone who is familiar with SQL injection? So what do we mean by SQL injection? Sabi dyan, kapag ang isang bugs daw po ay, let's say for example, ay nangyari and halimbawa it was happened during the usage of your users, okay? Basically, kapag dineploy kasi yung software, so possible magagamit na yun ng maraming tao. Okay? So what do we mean by SQL injection? Anyone? Pag, let's say for example, nangyari yung SQL injection sa ating, halimbawa, we deployed a site, a website, okay, then, na-attack siya ng isang hacker using SQL injection. Ano, kasi basically, hindi nyo pala tinest. Ano, akala nyo okay na, pero na-filtrate yung vulnerability na yun ng isang hacker or isang individual. Okay. Pero pag sinabing SQL injection, ano yung tawag dyan? Ano yung nangyayari dyan? Anyone? Ano, I think we should be familiar with this. Ito yung one of the common attacks that happens. Ano? Yes, sino yun? Cyber attack technique. Ang attacker po ay nag-insert ng malicious SQL code. So, paano ini-insert yung malicious SQL code na yan? Anyone? Okay, tama si Jomari. Basically, you attack the system or you do harm sa system by inserting malicious SQL code. Pero paano? Saan mo i-insert yan? Do you need to have an access on its backend? Okay, nagamit mo lang
Database po.
sa database. Okay, thank you, Jo Marie. Tama ba? Ikaw yun? Ayan. Where the website fails to separate user input from database queries. Okay, basically yun yung nangyayari. Ano, ang ginagawa natin ay nag-i-insert tayo ng SQL or malicious SQL commands. Let's say, for example, insert, okay? Pero saan ba? Saan ba yung ginagawa? Sino yon? Sino yon? Si Mark. Okay. Sa database. O, let's say, for example, meron akong pinakitang website. Okay, tapos sabi ko sa inyo, okay, do SQL injection on that website. Paano nyo siya gagawin? Paano nyo siya i-execute? Basically, in order for us to execute an SQL injection, di ba, we have text fields, mga text areas. Let's say, for example, login. Hihingi ng login credentials. Instead of putting your login credentials, ang nilagay mo is the SQL command. If the system or the software or website uses SQL database and you put SQL command, malicious SQL commands on that text field, ma-filtrate mo yung database. You can do exploitation or ma-exploit yung system. Ano ba yung possible na mangyari? If, let's say, for example, ang isang hacker ay successfully, okay, let's say, na-hack through the use of SQL injection yung ating website or ating web system. It can cause data breach. Okay, it is the leakage of confidential data, such as, for example, your personal data, your medical data, your financial data, for example. It can also result to financial loss. Kung halimbawa yung website is, let's say, for example, the site of a bank. It can also do legal and compliance issues. There will be a violation in data privacy or yung ating data protection laws. And basically, pwede nilang ma-take over yung whole system. Okay? Pwedeng tanggalin nila yung mga access of the company itself and sila na yung mag-handle ng isang system. So those are the possible harms, okay, yung mga naging consequences if hindi po natin iti-test yung ating program. Imagine, let's say for example, hindi mo lang na-validate, okay, yung text field. Okay? Halimbawa, your username only accepts characters. Okay? Kailangan dyan, halimbawa, kung talagang tumatanggap lang siya ng letters, kailangan kapag nag-type ako dyan ng special character, kailangan hindi ako makakapag-type. So those are the types or, for example, sample test cases. Na pwede kong gawin para ma-validate if ganun ba yung gagawin ng user. Aside from, let's say, the UI test, syempre, we will be doing also yung mga unit testing or yung testing mismo ng actual code. Tulad ng sabi ko, we will be discussing it all throughout the semester or one by one. Gradually naman natin yung i-discuss. Okay? Ayan yung sinasabi. And here are some of the examples of siguro yung mga system failures na hindi dumaan sa tamang testing that resulted into a huge loss to the company and sometimes dun sa mga end users nila. Okay? So, here are the examples. So, let's just read a few. You can read na lang here siguro yung other examples kasi medyo madami. But halimbawa, one of the examples caught your curiosity. You can search this on the internet and you can find the details of this. Okay, so let's first read the first example. Sabi dyan, in April 2015, Bloomberg terminal in London crashed due to software glitch, affected more than 30,000 traders of financial markets. It first forced the government to postpone a £3 debt sale. So if you will notice, yung Bloomberg terminal po is the system, okay, wherein it holds the stocks, the bonds, the commodities, the currencies, derivatives of that particular bank. Ibig sabihin, ang details po na nilalaman yan is sensitive that in a sense that loss of it will result to financial loss. Malulugi yung company, which happened in April 2015. So imagine 300,000 traders yung naapektuhan nung isang software glitch. Okay? So next natin, so let's move dun sa third. Starbucks was forced to close about 60% of stores in US and Canada due to software failure in POS. POS stands for point of sale. At one point, the store served coffee for free as they were unable to process the transaction. So imagine, Starbucks, yung Starbucks hindi din nakaligtas sa system failure. One of the established coffee shops, I think, okay, na meron tayo today ay hindi rin nakaligtas sa system failures. Ano nangyari dyan? Basically, nagkaroon sila ng problem with their POS. Okay? Nagbago yung price ng kanilang coffee and at some point, naging free na yung coffee nila based on POS. So basically, hindi yun na-check, hindi na-test yung components of the POS. Maybe during let's say for example, one of its module were unable to detect the price of each of their products. Okay? Next, sabi dito, vulnerability in Windows 10. The bug enables users to escape from security sandboxes through a flaw in Win32k system. So dito naman, na-exploit yung security. Okay? So we have plenty of examples here. Okay, so if you will notice, yan yung mga companies, let's say for example, in the field of transportation, we have China Airlines, okay? Most specifically sa ating mga back industries. Hindi natin alam, let's say for example, if a system will encounter bug, na magkukos siya ng down or madadown yung system. Let's say, for example, yung system na ginagamit, nag-down for 5 seconds. Even in that span of 5 seconds, malaking bagay na yung pwedeng mawala sa company. Okay? So, to avoid that, ang ginagawa po natin, and again, we are expecting that errors to be identified first before it will be deployed. Isipin natin, tulad ng sabi ko kanina, isipin natin, okay, that instead of the users who will be discovering that errors, tayo na yung mag-discover. Tayo na yung mag-detect ng error first para in the sense that it will be used by your users, hindi na mangyayari yung errors. Kasi ibig sabihin po niyan, we are reactive and proactive to the solutions that we will be doing in our system. Kasi since we have many users dyan, hindi natin sure kung tama ba yung gagawin ng ating mga users. Hindi natin sure kung halimbawa ina-ask ng asang input ay numbers, yung user makulit, naglagay pa din ng letter. Yung mga some simple kind of validation can be a form of testing also. Paano kung halimbawa, nakalagay enter your number, pero naglagay ako ng halimbawa ay letters. Tinanggap ng system. Nung pumasok yung letters, characters on my database, and hindi natin alam that that data will be used to other modules of the system, mag-error yung program. Okay? So those are the things that we should consider. Okay?
Sino yung third year?
Opo, ma'am. Okay. What are the benefits of software testing? Again po, tulad ng sabi ko, when we will be working on the industry, basically kayo, kapag kayo na yung gagraduate, I think siguro next semester, okay, basically next year. Next year ba? Next year. No, so, some of you will be a QA. Let's say your friend, even you, one of the career paths that you can take and pursue in the field of IT or let's say software development or engineering is basically being a QA or quality assurance analyst. may mga benefits po yan, which is the following. First, it is cost effective. One of the important advantages of software testing, any IT project on time helps you to save your money for the long term. In case if the bugs caught in the earlier stage, it costs test to fix. Ano, um, mas makakatipid ka in a sense na kapag yung error is you detect it first before it will affect your users. So babalik tayo dito sa mga examples. Imagine, let's say for example, itong nangyari sa Bloomberg terminal or to this system, yung glitch was detected before it was deployed. Okay, imagine natin na before nagkaroon ng software glitch, okay, na-detect na nung company. So there will be no 300,000 traders that will be affected. Okay, mas magiging costly siya in a sense that you need, okay, to let's say spend, okay, you need to spend, let's say money to fix the system. At the same time, you need to spend money to give aid on those affected users. Okay? So, tulad ng sabi ko, it is an added process. Kasi complete na yung system, dadaan pa sa QA, tapos kapag may error, balik sa dev. Okay? So, pabalik-balik yan if the QA still finds a bugs and errors. Okay? Though it will be costly in a sense, but if it will be let's say fixed before it will be deployed, mas efficient siya. Okay? Next, security. Most vulnerable and sensitive benefit of software testing. Tulad ng sabi ko, this is one of the most things or one of the things that should be considered in testing. Familiar ba tayo sa white hat? White hat hacking. Anyone? Okay. Kapag sinabi nating white hat hacking, ano yung ginagawa dyan? Okay, di ba? Definitely, may mga kinds tayo or types of hackers. We have the black, the gray, and the white. Kapag sinabi nating white hat hacking or white hat hacker, ano yung ginagawa natin? Anyone? White hat hacking or sometimes it is called ethical hacking. Okay, sabi ni Sabina, okay, ethical hacking. Okay, ano yung ginagawa natin kapag we are doing white hat hacking? Okay, yes, Marjane?
Yun nga po, so sinabi nga po na ethical hacking, i-hack po nila yung system para po malaman ng company or ng developer yung weak spots po ng system na pwede pong magawa ng yung ma-hack po.
Okay, sige, thank you Marjane. Basically, that's the direct answer. Okay, basically kapag tayo po ay do or naggagawa ng white hat hacking, basically yan po ay hired or alam po ng company that this particular person are exploiting their system in a purpose or in the purpose of knowing nasan ba yung vulnerabilities tulad ng sabi ni Marjane, weak spots sa security ng ating output or ng ating product. And let's say for example, okay, mahina pala yung configurations ng ating security na natuklasan ng white hat hacker. So basically, nasusolusyonan po agad yan. Other different from black hack, which is basically they have ill intent or let's say masamang agenda in hacking the system. Yung white hat hacking po natin can be considered as a form of software testing, specifically in security testing. So binibigay po yung nagiging output niyan sa developers, okay? Nung mga nagawa ng ating white hat hacker and ginagawa ng solution ng ating developers. Okay? Next po natin, we have the product quality. This applies to all of the products that are being deployed or being given to all of the users. Hindi lang siya applicable sa mga IT products natin, but I think to all of the companies that offers products. Ano, kahit sa pagkain, before yung pagkain ibigay, ano si ibenta, yan po ay dumadaan sa QA. Okay, sa example natin, for example, sa BPO, may mga QA din tayo dyan. Ano yung mga QA natin sa BPO? They are listening to the calls ng mga agents, and kapag may napansin sila na ang isang agent ay lumalayo sa kanilang script, ikina-call out yan ng mga QA. Ano? So basically, ginagawa yan to assure the quality of a product. Okay? And last natin is the customer satisfaction, basically to satisfy your users. Wala namang users na gusto na kapag gagamit ng isang system, they are encountering many errors. Ano? Ayaw natin na halimbawa, a simple login will resolve to multiple errors kahit simple na lang na login yung nangyayari. Ano? So all of that are done for the benefits of, again, the product or para mas maayos yung products. Ano? So those are the benefits of the software testing. Questions? Anyone? Okay, moving on. Okay. Next po, testing in SoftEng. Okay, it is the process of evaluating software product. Basically, if you will read, parang ulit lang tayo dyan. Looking for the errors, meeting the requirements, the conditions. Okay, it involves features of the software product. Halimbawa, itatry mo yung functionalities ng isang system, okay? Any missing requirements, bugs, errors, security, reliability, and performance. Ano? So, basically, in this slide, we are doing two concepts or two things, which is the verification and the validation. Kapag sinabi nating verification, we verified, we check the process if the software follows the plan or specifications. Wine-verify natin if tama ba yung ginagawa ng system. Okay? Next, we validate whether the system, okay, or the program or the product meets the actual required conditions. Okay? Validated, tama ba? Okay, based on the required conditions. So basically, we need to verify and validate our systems. Okay? Yan. Okay, so we have here a table. Tulad ng sabi ko, this, I think yung dalawa is familiar na tayo, and last is the manual testing. So in software testing, we have three classifications or categories, which is first, the functional testing. Sa functional testing, you are testing the functions of your system. So halimbawa, okay, pinaka-basic dyan, for example, is you have a calculator. Halimbawa, calculator, you have a program that calculate number. So basically, kailangan kapag nag-enter ako dyan ng two numbers, it will calculate based on the operations that I chose. Ano? So halimbawa, naglagay ako ng 1 plus 1, so kailangan expected result ko is 2. But as I enter the equals button or the result button, it resulted to 11. Ano? So that's a loophole on your system. Ano, there is an error. Hindi siya talaga nag-error, but it is a logical error. There is a problem with the functions of your program. So that's the functional testing. So halimbawa, if you have halimbawa, let's say yung mga complex system, halimbawa, yung mga, ano bang pwede? Halimbawa, you have a site or your capstone is about finding dorms, looking for available dorms. Halimbawa, naglagay ako ng range of the price or yung mga rates na gusto kong ilagay. And yung naging result ng aking search ay hindi nag-match dun sa naging criteria ko. So basically, there is an error on your search function. Okay? Next, nakalagay non-functional testing or performance testing. So halimbawa, one example of non-functional testing or requirements is the availability. Ano? So halimbawa, does your system can be available 24/7 or madali ba siyang magkaroon ng access or madali ba siyang ma-access? Ano? And if halimbawa nagda-down yung system kapag madaming gumagamit, basically that's the scalability of your system. Okay? So may problem tayo sa ating system. Ano? And yung last natin, which is the maintenance, which is the regression and maintenance. Basically, ito po yung mga modifications natin. Ano, kapag yung ating software, program, system ay na-release na or yung tinatawag natin na post-release. Okay? So, ito lang naman yung I think yung three main categories of the testing. But then again, tulad ng sabi ko, each of this testing has its different types of testing. Ano, which is this next slide natin. For the functional testing, we have the unit testing, integration testing, we have the smoke QAT, we have the localization, globalization, interoperability, and so on. So, madami yan. Ano? For the non-functional, okay, performance, endurance, load, volume, scalability, usability, and so on. And for the maintenance, we have the maintenance and regression. Ano? So, yung dalawa dyan, okay, I think are included on your capstone documentation. Ano? Kasama yan sa chapter 3 ba? Tama ba? Chapter 3? Itong non-functional and functional. Ano? But then again, ano, yan po ay included. So, halimbawa, nakalagay sa documents nyo ay compatibility in yung application. So, we can expect to say, for example, it will run on different OS. Halimbawa, it can run on Android, it can run on iOS, ano, on different environments. Okay? Questions? May tanong po ba tayo so far? Anyone? So what can also expect on this subject is we will be discussing principles, lessons. Kumbaga parang sa common words, puro yap tayo dito. Ano, mag-yapping session tayo lagi. But then again, we will be trying our best to provide you kahit simulations lang at least so that during the discussion, specifically during face-to-face, ay may application tayo of these lessons. Okay? So we have the strategies in SoftEng. First, we have the unit testing. Okay, by means of unit testing, we are isolating a small piece of code. Okay? Pinifeed natin yung code natin ng mga expected inputs or yung mga required inputs natin and we compare it dun sa mismong actual output. Okay? So yung unit testing po natin is yung code mismo ang tinetest. Yung mga classes, okay, yung mga functions. Ano, yun po yung tinetest natin dyan. Halimbawa, if the function will calculate this, ano ba yung expected? Tama ba siya? Ano, if may mismatch, edi may problem tayo. Ano, may error sa system. Okay? Next, integration. Okay? Integration means the connectivity of your different modules or components. No, so tulad ng halimbawa, I have a module for, let's say, halimbawa, shopping cart. Ano, yung mga cart for online shopping. Basically, halimbawa, it will have, for example, your total price that you need to pay. Okay? So kapag successfully ko na-check out yung product ko, dapat yung next module after that will show the balance of my current, let's say, money. Ano, if hindi siya naging connected, there will be a problem in integration testing. Ano, basically, that's the different modules or components of a software system that should work together correctly. Ano, so if I will be clicking this button, saan dapat ako pupunta? Ano, pagka-click ko ng login, tama yung credentials, walang lumabas, error yung lumabas, so there is problem. There are problems with your integration. Okay, and system testing, basically you test the entire software as a whole na yung tinetest natin. Ano? So you test both of the functional and non-functional requirements. Ano? You verified, you validate, okay, all of the things that should be considered in testing your system. Okay? Next natin, we have here the program testing. So same lang siya ng concept, but then again, yung ating tinatest dito is the program. Okay? So siya po is a subset of a software testing. Kumbaga parang mas bigger yung stage ng software testing kaysa sa program testing. Yung program testing means executing a program with the intent of finding errors. Okay, we are basically looking for the errors. Okay, sabi dyan, a good program testing is one which has high chances of finding bugs. Dahil nga dyan, yung aim talaga natin is we are looking for the errors itself. Ano? So for the summary, ayan. So basically, this is just the summarization of the topics that we have. Okay? Again, this is an activity. Okay? To check whether the actual results match the expected results and to ensure that the software system is defect-free. Defect-free, but then again, don't forget that there's still no 100% complete system. Okay? It's important because software bugs could be expensive or dangerous based on our examples for an instance. Okay? Cost effective for its security, for its quality, and for customer satisfaction. Okay? Three categories of testing are the functional, the non-functional, and the maintenance. And last, okay, we have unit testing, integration testing, and validation testing, and yung overall testing, which is the test or system test. Okay, and I think that's the conclusion of our first chapter. Okay, questions for anyone? Okay, how about the others? May questions po ba? And basically, what we have discussed here are the concepts, the definitions, formal definitions of quality assurance or software testing. Ayan. Question. Last call. Meron po ba? Question? Anyone? We still have one PowerPoint left. May isa pa tayo ba yun naman ay maiksi na lang. Okay? So let me present my next PowerPoint. Okay, okay. So let's have the second. This is the part 2. So let's assume na yung kanina yung part 1.1, ito yung part 1.2. We have a total of 4 parts for the chapter 1, but yung part 1.3 and part 1.4 po ay next week na. Sa face-to-face natin. Okay? Ayan, going back, okay, this topic will revolve around the software testing as a career path. So, baka may mga gusto maging QA, software tester. Okay, so this will be or what to expect, okay, when we will be pursuing software testing as our career path. Okay, so these are the skills required to become a software tester. Okay, so first we have analytical skill. Okay, so kailangan you are able to analyze the problems. Okay, sabi dyan, will help break up complex software system into smaller units to gain better understanding and create test cases. So yung test cases natin, as long as you can think of possible test cases, okay, as long as siya yung condition of the system, so you need to devise it or you need to create it. So you need to analyze every possible situations that you can consider as your test cases. Okay? Next natin kahapon, highlight yung communication skills kasi basically you will be working with other professionals. Okay? Not only you need to communicate the reports that you have done. So basically, for every errors that you will be discovering, you need to report or you need to record or document it. So you expect that you will be creating a lot of reports. And paano ba mauunawaan ng ating developers if you don't know how to communicate? If you don't know how to voice out or to explain verbal and non-verbally yung naging result ng inyong test. Okay? At the same time, you need also to communicate those results sometimes dun sa mga stakeholders natin. Stakeholders are the company, the higher-ups on your company or your client. Okay? Time management and organizational skills kasi you should know how to organize and use your time effectively. So, kailangan you know how to, for example, use your time correctly kasi there will be chances, okay, that you need to meet all of the needed persons in the development. Okay? There will be plenty of workload, sabi dyan. Ano? Software tester must efficiently manage workload, have high productivity, exhibit optimal time management, and organization skills. Tulad sabi ko, if you are able to create 5, let's say for example, 10 UAT last SEM, doon sa naging project nyo sa midterm class or sa ating CabDev, pagdating po sa industry, hindi na lang 10 yung gagawin nyo. Okay? Madami talaga. And each of the testing, hindi lang yung ganong testing, may sarili-sarili yung reports. Halimbawa, you will be doing smoke testing, unit testing, may sarili-sariling reports, and you should know how to manage and organize them. Okay? Next, kailangan may great attitude din. Pwede rin sabihin dito na kailangan meron kayong mahabang pasensya. Sabi dyan, an attitude to test to break, detail orientation, willingness to learn, and suggest process improvements. Okay, there will be time, let's say for example, okay naman yung system, tapos ito-test mo, you will be finding errors. So basically, yung gagawin mo, ipo-forward mo yung errors or your reports to the soft dev. Ayan, okay. So there will be times na siguro you will create conflicts with the developers kasi baka sabihin ng developers, lagi mo na lang hinahanapan ng mali yung program. Which is basically that's your job. Yung trabaho mo, kailangan mong hanapan talaga ng mali or your errors yung program. So you need to have attitude or great attitude. Okay? And sometimes, siguro, baka mo-overwhelm kayo sa dami ng gagawin. So, yun yung mga considerations that you should know or we should know if we will be pursuing careers sa software testing. And last, passion. If you have the willingness, okay, na talagang you want to look for errors and you want to provide or suggest solutions on that, okay, for the process improvements, so why not? So why not go to software testing as your profession? But then again, these are the non-technical skills. Definitely, you should have the technical skills. Hindi lang naman sapat na you know how to analyze, you know how to communicate, okay? Let's say, for example, you know how to manage your time. Kailangan alam mo din yung technical skills, or you should have the technical skills. So dito, first, technical skill, you should have a knowledge in basic database such as, for example, SQL. Okay? So yun. It will revolves around your expertise, your competencies in SQL or database frameworks. Basic knowledge on Linux commands, knowledge and hands-on experience on management tool, okay, on tracking tool, tracking tool, yan, wala, and automation tool. So basically, yung mga tools na yan, ito yung mga applications na gagamitin natin in testing. Okay, so you should have at least expertise or maalang gumamit ng mga tools na ito. Basically, that's the technical skills that we should possess. Okay, for the academic background, so a graduate of computer science and information technology can be also a graduate of Bachelor of Computer Application, Bachelor of Science in Computers, and yun yung mga programs or mga bachelor's degree na pwedeng mag-land ng job sa software testing. Sabi dito, halimbawa, you are not a graduate of these related courses, okay, you must complete a software testing certifications, okay, which help you learn software development, test life cycle, and other testing methodologies. So basically, ginagawa po yung certifications para at least you have or you will be getting the technical skills. Okay? Next po, okay, in enumeration, or basically ano ba yung estimated salary, okay, when you will be a profession who are pursuing software testing, okay? Compensation varies across companies. So for US, for example, you will be working on US. So average salary is $45,993 to 74 or almost $75,000 a year. So that's a year. Okay. For India, which is also known for its IT, okay, average package is 247. I think this is rupees, if I'm not mistaken, with the currency of India. Okay, to 449,000 or almost 450,000. Okay, how about in Philippines? Dito. So if you will be an entry level, no experience, or let's say junior QA tester, nasa 20,861 a month. So that's based on Indeed. For typical QA testing roles, that's 17,000 to 125,000 a month. Median is 58,000 a month. So if you will notice, kapag let's say you have the experience na, so ito na yung pwedeng maging range of your salary. Okay, tester may also receive health insurance, bonuses, gratuity, and other perks. Basically, these are the benefits. Okay, halimbawa, you will be hired on a well-known company being the QA. Okay, so basically, you will receive these incentives. Okay, so these are the example posting of the jobs available. Nakalagay naman dyan yung details. Okay, kung ano yung hinahanap. Also, some of the post ay merong expected salary. So you can choose whether ano ba yung gusto mong applyan. Okay, basically you can use or see their salary, okay, per month. I think this is for month. Pero ano ba ginagawa ng software testing at software tester? On a typical work day, you will be busy understanding requirement documents, creating test cases, executing test cases, reporting and retesting bugs, attending review meetings, and other team building activities. Tulad ng sabi ko, hindi ka lang gagawa ng test cases, i-execute yung test cases. When execute yung test cases, you need to document it. Pag na-document And halimbawa, for example, ibinalik na sa iyo yung system, you need to retest it again. Retesting bugs, and you need to attend the review meetings and other team buildings activities. So basically, you will be part of a team or a group. Okay, so tandem kayo ng software developers. Okay? So, ayan po, other posting, for example, nakalagay dito, different from the previous one. So, dito po ay included yung ating job description. Okay? So, nakalagay dyan, you can explore, look for the jobs available. We have in Indeed, LinkedIn, for example. And you may read the job description so that halimbawa kayo yung ma-hired, you can expect the things that you will do. Okay, yung mga trabaho ipapagawa sa inyo. Okay? Other example, ayan din. Ayan, so software tester career path. Okay, say for example, talagang you have the passion to pursue this career. Okay, so basically you will be starting as a fresher or QA analyst. After 2 to 3 years, for example, with let's say certifications, with the skills mastery, you can be a senior QA analyst. Okay, 2 to 3 years experience. And let's say for example, talaga nagtagal ka na sa company, you will be a QA team coordinator with 5 to 6 years experience. Test manager with 8 to 11 years experience, and senior test manager with 14 plus experience. Ano? So, pwede yan yung pinakamagiging halimbawa ay ladder. Ano? Na you started as a QA analyst up to senior test manager. Okay? Alternate career tracks. Okay, you can be an automation testing or do automation testing. Okay, as an automation test engineer, you will be responsible for automating manual test case execution. So yung mga test cases natin na ginagawa natin manually, so kayo yung mag-automate doon. Okay? Next, performance testing. So this is for the non-functional requirements again. Ano? Yung time is taken time or took time to load. You are testing the performance of your system. Okay? Maximum load application can handle. Okay? So those are the examples of performance testing. And business analyst. Okay? You can be a business analyst, which is a major advantage testers, okay, over developers that they have an end-to-end business knowledge. Okay, kailangan you are knowledgeable with the business. Okay, an obvious testing career progression for testers to become a business analyst. So basically, si mga BA po natin or they are the one who acts as a bridge between business stakeholders and the technical team. Ano sila yung in-between? They have the connection with the stakeholders, higher ups, and also they have the knowledge in dealing with the technical team or yung mga developers natin, for example. Okay? Common myth, ano yung mga common misconception? Okay? Software testing as a career path, okay, pay less, okay, or pays less. Okay? Developers are more respected as compared to testers. Ano yung sinasabi nila ay, kumbaga parang mas malaki or mas recognized daw yung mga developers, which is not. Ano, as much as the developers are important in the development, ganun din ka-important yung mga software tester, quality assurance analyst natin. Okay? Tulad ng sabi ko, tandem po yan. Ano? Software testing is boring, which is, I think, dealing with thousands of test cases, for example, on a day basis, or creating test cases sa sobrang dami sa isang araw pa lang, I think that's not boring. Ano? Sabi nga dito sa ating previous slide, babalikan natin to. Ayan, on a typical workday, you will be busy understanding requirement documents, create test cases, i-execute yung test case, i-record, i-report. I think that's not boring. Ano? Hindi naman boring yung ginagawa ng mga software tester. Ano? Ayan. So basically, hindi boring ang software testing. Okay? It will require effort, commitment, okay? And pwede na din ang hard work. Ano? So kailangan sipag-sipagan din. Ano? So how to become a software tester? Okay? You start, okay, with learning basic principles of software testing. Okay, once done, you apply for freelancing jobs. Okay, which is, I think, common na ngayon, yung mga freelancer natin. This will help you gain practical knowledge and will fortify the testing concepts you have learned. Okay? Basically, mga certifications yan. Okay? Next, you proceed to Selenium, automation tool, then JMeter, performance testing tool, and finally test management tool. All the while you are learning, we suggest you apply for freelancing jobs apart from other benefits that you will make some too. Okay? So dito po, ibig sabihin, suggestions is when you are taking certifications, you also use these tools. Basically, sabi din dyan, you can also apply for freelancing jobs. Okay? Ito yung mga certification exams. For example, ISTQB Foundation level is the basic certification in testing field. It is not mandatory, but it will help you increase your chances of getting a job. Most of the companies have this criterion. So, again, wala pong mga licensure yung mga ganyan. Tulad ng sabi natin, IT doesn't have a board exam. So, what will matter are your certifications. Certification, though it's not mandatory, it will be your edge if you want to land a job more easily. Ano, if you want to be hired ng mas mabilis, ng mas madali, they provide them the certifications or proof, okay, that you have the technical skills. Okay, a software tester, okay, will be given more priority as compared to others. Kasi you have the certificate to prove that you attended this workshop, this training, this seminar, that you have the skills that they are looking. Okay? After this, when you apply for permanent jobs in big corporations, you will have many software tester skills to offer, as well as some practical freelancing experience, which may be of value and will increase your chances of being selected. Basically, your experiences will matter. Ano? And you can also pursue certification in testing tool of your choice. So basically, exploration pa and participation of all of these testing certifications that you may participate. Okay, that you can participate. Okay? And that's the end of our chapter 1.2. Okay? Questions? Anyone? Meron po ba tayong questions? Meron na ba ditong gustong mag-QA after makagraduate? Ano? Ayan. So basically, si QA po, hindi kayo nagko-code. You will not dealing with source codes, with scripts. Okay? You will basically test the output. Ano? So, ayun, I think obvious naman kasi sa title pa lang ng subject, quality assurance. So, yun po yung gagawin natin all throughout the semester. Okay, questions po? Anyone? Okay, so before we leave, let me first check the attendance. Okay, bago tayo mag-leave ng Google. Okay, saglit lang. Okay. 06. Ayan. Okay. Vincent.
Present po.
Okay. Zairus.
Present po.
Okay. Justin. Okay. Micaela.
Present po.
Okay. Kenneth. Bagting. Nakita ko siya kanina pero wala na. Okay. Joshua.
Nasa hospital daw po si Joshua Braso.
Okay. Sino na hospital? Siya mismo?
Yung nanay niya daw po.
Yung nanay niya. Sige. Julian. Buenafe.
Present po, sir.
Okay. Ethel Bell. Again, Ethel Bell. Okay, ayun. Katilo.
Present po, sir.
Okay. Concepcion.
Present po.
Okay. Cristobal.
Present po, sir.
Okay. Clark Ivan.
Present po.
Okay. Vince. Dito si Vince.
Present po.
Ayan. Ryan.
Present po.
Okay. Elijah. Elijah. Absent. Fabonan. Okay. Chloe. Okay na Benny. Chloe. Festijo. Wala din. Chester. Okay. Robbie. Godwin. Okay. Mark JV.
Present daw po yan. Sira lang po, Mike.
Present to?
Opo, sir.
Okay. Sabina.
Present po.
Okay. J. Renz. Okay na JV. Okay. Renz. Wala. Eduardo.
Present po.
Okay. Mark. Makalom. Wala. Justin.
Present po, sir.
Ayun. Justin. Okay, wala. Martinez.
Present po.
Okay, ayun. Hannah.
Present po.
Okay. Nalus. Okay na, Mark. Meron ka na. Okay, ayun. Nalus. Marjane, nandito. Sandoval. Okay. Sandoval.
Present po, sir.
Ayun. Singson. Jo Marie. Ayun. Kirby. Valencia. Okay. And si Ihares. Okay na, Jo Marie. Ihares. Wala ba to? Stephen. Ayan. Wala na din yata. Okay. Okay. Before we leave, okay, let's have photo opportunity again. So if you can open your camera. So kindly open your camera. Si Cristobal yata ay nakahiga pa eh.
Hindi po.
Hindi ka? Bakit kayo nakahiga?
Hindi, bigla lang ako tumaob. Not balance.
Paano yung na-outbalance? At paano yung na-outbalance na yan?
Sir, not balance lang saglit.
Sino pa? Open yung iba. Ayan, sige, nasan yung iba pa? Ayan. Doon pa ba? Ayan, sige.
Pogi ni Jomar eh. Trap mo, tol.
Sorry na kayo.
Kasi pabiling vape mamaya.
Parni ka.
May hahabol mo ba? Okay. Bibilang ako 1, 2, 3. Wait lang. Okay, isa pa. Okay, isa pa. Huwag agad mag-close. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so if wala na po tayong concerns and clarifications, so I will be uploading this PowerPoint para mabasa nyo again. And if wala na pong question, okay, before pala mag-leave, every Tuesday po ay may klase tayo ha. Kung di pa lang po yung nagre-reflect sa portal, dahil wala pa po tayong classroom, but since tayo po ay face-to-face next week, so let's wait for the announcement. Ako po ay mag-update again sa workspace if may room na po tayo ng Tuesday. Ang ating meeting po ay Tuesday ng, I think, 1 to, tama ba? Let me check. Wait lang. Saglit lang. Though hindi pa po yung nagre-reflect sa portal nyo, pero yung atin po, schedule ay every Tuesday ng 11 to 1. Okay, so hahanapan pa lang tayo ng room dyan. And every Wednesday po ng 1 to 4. Ayan, so kapag may room na po tayo dito, di may schedule po tayo ng 11 to 1 ng Tuesday. So hindi lang talaga siya nag-reflect kasi wala pang room, pero since online po tayo, so kaya nag-conduct tayo ng meeting kahapon. So paki-inform na lang din po yung ibang classmates na wala pa dito, na ayon, maghintay na lang ng updates. Okay po? Okay, if wala na po tayong questions and clarifications, okay lang naman yung attendance. Thank you for attending and let's meet na lang face-to-face next week. Thank you.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Sir. Sir, may tanong lang